So today we were back with the fault finding, and if you want to see some cable damage, just wait till the end of this video. So we were called out because the power circuit in this top floor flat started tripping over the last couple of days. So in terms of the fault find, we started with the basics of unplugging everything on that circuit and starting from there. That didn't help at all, so we moved straight on to the disconnecting of sockets. As we were carrying out installation tests, we were getting the weirdest readings that were fluctuating up and down, which was really starting to baffle me, but the further we looked into it, the more it made sense. With regards to the fault find though, what we tend to do is we'll split the circuit halfway through and test one leg and then the other, and eventually you'll end up with a section of cable that is the faulty part. So this is what we were doing so far. And it turns out there was a faulty section of cable between two sockets in the living room. The cables ran up into the loft, so once we got up there and started looking around, there were some telltale signs that everyone's familiar with. And eventually, with some shuffling right into the back of the loft, we found this monstrosity. This cable had been chewed to the point it was almost unrecognisable. And there we had it. So we'd found our faulty section of cabling that had been narrowed down during the testing, and the next thing was to get a section of cable and try and replace that part. Of course, it was in the most horrible section of the loft. You had to do it at arm's length, but we got going anyway. At this point, yes, I did. But anyway, it was done. So it was back onto the testing, carried out another insulation resistance test, and it was now all clear. So happy days. Circuit was back on. You ready for the big reveal of the cable? What the hell? I've never seen anything stripped so clean of insulation. And that was that. A happy customer who had their power back on for the weekend, and another fault find done. Follow us for more.